Hello grapplers and welcome to a new Sangi video. Today we're gonna talk about Super 1, Super Uno. Yeah, I know that's super. Technically, it's 11 frames of startup. That makes it the fastest super slash special Zangief has, because Lariat is OD Lariat is 12 frames and regular Lariat is 15 frames. It's active for 7 frames and the recovery is like a whole year of recovery. 60 frames. It's something else. How the hell do you grab people with Super 1? Well, besides using Super 2, you know, the full spin and follow up with a health stab into Super level 1, we're gonna check other options. The most common one is by far Punish Counter. If you Punish Counter with Drive Impact, you can jump to the other side and go straight into Super 1. This is a very good way of doing a side switch. 3000 damage, pretty okay, and you have Oki. Either health stab or also crouching medium punch, so you don't have to do health stab in this case. Both of them work. And the damage, as you can see here, is higher than the cross up. In the corner, if you land the Drive Impact, you can use health stab and go into the Super level 1, and you can also use crouching medium. So in the corner and after a dash, Drive Impact Punish Counter, you can do Super 1. Now the reason why you want to go for this is first Oki, and second you're dealing damage to the drive gauge. So you already took one entire drive gauge by doing the Drive Impact, and you follow up with the Super level 1. You do slightly more. Being in burnout is no bueno. Even though Zangief is not the best at pressuring with burnout, it's still not a good idea to be in. Use level 2 when they are in burnout without holding any buttons. Wink, wink. 25 frames. What do you do here? Well, one option is dashing. If you dash, it's gonna be +7. Now from here, your options are very limited. You can poke with standing medium kick and crouching medium kicks. You have 2 pokes. Since you are so close, you can react to Drive Impact. You can react and do a micro walk and do SPD. You can also use standing heavy punch if you really want to. Or in some cases, if they are waking up with buttons, you can help them. And so you can headbutt. Loses to wake up buttons and Drive Impact. But the last one is pretty cool because you can dash and knee. That knee is +6 on hit, +2 on block. So that is pretty cool. Those are options without meter. As you can see, that option is only in the corner. So what do you do in the middle of the screen if you land Super 1? Well, most options require you to use Drive Rush. My favorite option is Drive Rush knee. This knee, as you can see here, is between +6 and +8. If you do it perfectly, you can follow up with health stab. If they wake up with buttons, that +8 is guaranteed, so it's pretty strong. From here, you can go into health stab and do Lariat or Super 2. You can also Drive Rush SPD, light SPD in this case. If you position yourself perfectly, you won't be able to be countered by buttons. Rush, standing medium punch. Now, depending on the distance, you might be able to get the full target combo. There we go. So those options, I feel, are the best ones for follow-up with Super 1. You can also do nothing. That is also one option. That is something you can do. Buffer the super after the grab. And if you see the jump, you just press kick. This works for neutral jumps and back jumps. Now be careful, because you have to react to the kind of jump. If they forward jump, you cannot do it. So it's not just mashing. If you're, let's say you're poking someone. See that juggle? You can use Super 1. Now this is the hardest way to land the Super 1. You have to be ready for every single juggle, Hell Stab juggle into Super 1, and that is pretty hard. So I don't think this is something you'll see every day. Sometimes you can react, you're ready, and you react to the jump. But it's pretty hard. If you really want to go for that one, remember, this is a rule of thumb with Zangief. After 2 lights, and if you're close, you can usually go for Hell Stab after 2 lights. If you hit 3, you'll be too far, on block. If you do a standing light punch, you'll be too far. So you need to use only 1. Now remember, in this case, again, this is not a true frame trap. You're leaving a lot of gap between the light and the Hell Stab, so you don't use it that often. Only if the opponent is either in burnout or you've pressured them enough. It's a very strange super. It's not a reversal super, so basically it sucks for everything that is related to defensive options for Zangief. It's a very weak super overall, and also the hurtbox and hitboxes are really strange. Sometimes you grab the opponent, sometimes you don't. So my recommendation with Super 1 is only landed if you're 100% sure. First, you want to keep the 2 extra levels for a level 2. Or you want the Oki. The Oki is actually pretty good, so there's little reason not to go for the Oki. Like, if you can land Super 1, go for the Oki, it's amazing. Unless you want to go for a safe jump or something like that, but usually the amount of things you get out of Super 1 are really, really strong. And you can continue the pressure, especially in the corner. It's also the case for people that love to neutral jump in the middle of the match. Like, have you seen those guys? Like, you hit them over here and then neutral jump. Have you seen those? Probably Honda players, JP players. They love doing that. Well, you can buffer Super level 1 after your light. Usually your light, because you have more time to react, because the light is plus. It's a little bit harder with mediums, but you can do it anyways. Or even this one. This one is the best, because you're +2 and you can take your time to react to the neutral jump. Also Super 1, before I forget, it's useful against specific situations. It's hard to tell you exactly what situation, but I'm gonna give you just one, so you know you can do it. It is something I'm gonna explore in the matchups, but if you want to know something specific about Super 1, is that it's obviously a jumping attack, right? Every time the opponent goes for a jumping attack and there's a gap between the attack and the jumping attack, you can do Super 1. So one example is Aki. This even works when you're in burnout, but some Aki players love to go for this, for example. You can catch her. Now again, this is something I'll check in the specific matchups videos. Super 1, guys. I hope you like this video. It's not necessarily bad when you hit people with it, but you do need to check your options. Again, I'm streaming on twitch.tv/Kirupu, Kirupu with 2 P's. Remember to subscribe. Gonna keep looking at Zangief stuff, and I'll see you in the next Zangief video. Keep playing grapplers, have a nice day, and take care. See you later.